Hi, I'm Brittany Baldwin, and today we're going to go through my 11 must-have items for nursing your baby. Okay, before we get started, I just want to do a really quick disclaimer that my general viewpoint is fed is best. Whether it's breastfed or bottle fed or tube fed, or you pump and then you put it in a bottle, it is all good. As long as the baby is getting nutrients and growing, that's what matters. But if you are going to nurse your baby or you're interested in breastfeeding your baby, stay tuned. And these are the things that really help me get through that first 8-week slump. My first item is nipple cream. For me, with my son, I had the worst first 8 weeks. My nipples were black, they were raw, it was awful. And this cream really does work. I started off with very small tester sizes and I quickly burned through those. So my advice to you is to have it at the ready for you. Most women struggle initially because although it is such a natural thing to do, it doesn't happen all that naturally, if that makes sense. So definitely get yourself some Lanolin nipple cream. And as with everything I've mentioned, everything is in the links down below if you want to get some for yourself. My second must-have, absolutely must-have, is Milk Snob nursing covers. These are double, triple duty. So you use it, you just put it around your neck. And it's made of such a good stretchy fabric, but it maintains its shape over such a long period of time. So it goes over you like this, and then obviously baby here, and it's quite large, so you have plenty of space to hide what's going on underneath there with you and baby in public. I also used it as my car seat cover in the spring, fall months. Winter, I would use the winter warmer cover, but this is perfect for that. And I would also just use it with as a scarf. I would just keep it around my neck as a scarf. I have a couple different fabrics, and I actually got these with my daughter. So these, as of right now, are 3 years old, and they look like the day I bought them. And they have been washed countless times. I cannot recommend this company enough for your nursing covers. Just absolutely hands down the best. So definitely get yourself some Milk Snob covers. And my number 3 must-have item for nursing is some sort of a water container. I use a Yeti because it would stay absolutely ice cold all day. And my husband got it, the vinyl lettering on it. It says, "But first coffee." You will experience thirst like you've never experienced. For me, it was immediate. The minute the baby latched, my mouth felt like a desert, and I would reach for a drink. So the Yeti did a really good job of keeping it cold all day. And water is so necessary when you are breastfeeding. My number 4 must-have is a nursing pillow. For me, I am a C-section mom. Both my babies have been born via C-section. So there's very little movement in your core for those first few weeks after baby is born. This allowed me to prop that baby up any which way I needed him to be, to get a proper latch and to actually be comfortable while you are sitting there, because you will be sitting there a lot. Babies do not nurse efficiently right away. You are going to be there for a little bit of time for each feed. For me personally, it was 15 minutes on each side every feed, and I was feeding him every 2 hours. So you want to be comfortable, get yourself a nursing pillow. My number 5 item is a long iPhone cable for your phone. I don't have one because my daughter broke it, but get yourself a long enough iPhone cable, because while you're sitting there for that very long time that they're nursing, you might need to read books, or you might want to check on your Instagram. You need a phone charger because they nurse 24 hours a day. It's all day. My number 6 must-have for breastfeeding your baby is nursing tanks. These things were so handy. I bought a black and a white to match my nursing covers, and I wore these interchangeably every day for the first 8 weeks. But essentially what it is just a normal tank top that has a little clip which would expose your breast so easily. And then it just clips back up, and then it just looks like a normal camisole after that. This with either a really cozy sweater over top like just a button-up cardigan, and one of those scarves was perfect. My number 7 must-have for breastfeeding is a Hakka. This was, for me, it was a must-have. My son Clay was born at 9 pounds 12 ounces. He was a huge baby. And with that size, my milk did not come in quick enough to support a baby of that weight, of that size. So the Hakka was really, really instrumental in helping me build my milk supply. Essentially what it does is it mimics the effects of tandem breastfeeding twins. So while Clay would be feeding on one breast, I would take the Hakka, squeeze it like this, put it right on the other one, and then with a little bit of natural suction, some milk would come out. Well, what that would do is it would say to my breasts, every 3 hours, both need to be filling up with milk. Now, I personally don't recommend you doing that for every single feed using a Hakka. I've seen the effects of women getting an oversupply, which can be just as detrimental as an undersupply. So definitely consult a nurse practitioner, whoever's helping you with your breastfeeding. I personally had to go back to the hospital and have Clay be weighed before and after feeds to make sure that he was getting enough volume. So anyone who's a Lalesh league, ask them their advice. Number 8 must-have is some sort of a book app. I used Kindle books. You could use a library app. You can buy them, do whatever. Books. You spend a lot of time sitting there nursing your baby. Social media gets old very quickly. I personally found it so exciting to have a book on the go, and I would almost look forward to sitting down and nursing because I wanted to get back into reading a book. Okay, number 9. Number 9 for me is a nightlight. One that is dimmable, make it brighter. I use this because we co-slept Clay for the first 6 months of his life, and I nursed lying down. I would need a dim light in the room to make sure that he could latch on and off properly, but that wasn't overwhelming or keeping my husband or myself awake. And I found this one for a really reasonable price on Amazon, and it has served us so well. It stays charged for so long. It's perfect. Okay, number 10. For me, I breastfed my youngest son, Clay. I also had a toddler. This might not apply to anyone. It was only going to apply to you if you're nursing while you have a toddler. Books and games for toddlers. So books that are interactive and you can sit there and help them with their letters or their numbers, or something like Wipe Clean where they can draw in and work on their letters and their numbers, and you can still do some education while you're sitting there feeding one child. Or I know for Harper, we bought her special coloring pads that we would keep as rewards, or if she was having a particularly tough day, because I was spending so much time feeding Clay that I did have to have a little bit more focus with her and have some fun things for her to look forward to as well. And that is just nice to keep right by your nursing station in case you get the mummy, and then you can pull a book out, give it to her or him, and we can sit down and we can work on it while baby's still being fed. Now my number 11. My number 11 is super important, and it really goes a long way in getting you through those first 6 to 8 weeks of nursing baby. It's a lot of work. It can be a little painful. It's a learning curve for both of you and baby. Number 11 is a support system, whether it be your husband, your boyfriend, your wife, your girlfriend, your mom, close best friend, close friends. You need someone there to help you. You're going to need someone to help you prepare meals for you and for family. And for you, it's so important to stay nourished and hydrated. For your mental health, it's totally worth it to have someone that you really trust there for you. So that is my number 11, is just a good support system. These are my 11 favorites for nursing or breastfeeding baby. I would keep everything that I used right next to my nursing station. If you have a nice gliding chair in the nursery, or you have a nice spot that you just enjoy nursing on your couch, keep a basket, put your water, your kids' toys, your Hakka, put everything in there ready to go. So it's simple, it's streamlined, it's easy. If you liked my content, please like and subscribe. And if there's anything you want to know about breastfeeding experience, leave it down in the comments. Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.